So hey guys, today we're doing a bit of deck building. So first, we're going to put in an Orcust package. So three of these, one of these, three of these bad boys, two of those, one of these. I guess we'll do one of these since it makes sense to me, and then we'll go like this, and I think we'll skip out on return. We can go one more Yugioh if we need the extra deck space. We can always cut back. Okay. So we might also potentially want one more copy of Longjusu if we really want to invest in the Orcus package. We'd put in the third copy of Galatea as well. So I think one copy of Longjusu is probably enough. All right. So of course we're not just building uh, Orcus by itself. No. So we're going to start by grabbing Dark Grepher, right? And Dark Grepher, pretty good because you can, for example, special summon Dark Grepher by sending Orcust Nightmare, and then Orcust Nightmare has a target with Dark Grepher, and you can send another card, like preferably Harp at this point in time, right? And then you just have a lot of combo, and you can Foolish essentially another card. But let's keep going. So we'll grab Dugaris, and then we'll grab our Danger package. So 3 Nessie, 2 Tsuchinoko, 2 Jackalope. You can go to 3 with these cards, but the reason we're only running 2 is because we're going to be running likely Small World, right? So we'll just be fine with these ratios. And we'll grab Zephyros, and we'll grab Destrudo, of course. So here, this looks normal enough, right? This looks like we could just slot in some hand traps and a few more like choice techs and call it a day. But we're not going for a normal tech at all. I doubt anyone's built this before. We're going to grab Zombie World, Necro World, Banshee, and then we're grabbing Doom King. So I think we want to run 2 copies of Doom King straight up. What is this card? Volcan Dragony the Cubic Game. What does this say Doom on it? Endura Doom Volt the Cubic Emperor. Oh. Well, anyways. The main idea and focus of this deck is going to be getting our copy of Dark Grepher, so we'll also run Reinforcement. Reinforcement will, like, even if we already opened Dark Grepher, then we can just discard this Dark Grepher, or we can potentially normal summon this one as well. So we're just completely content with that, either way. And yeah, for the time being, we're not going to make this like a deck that's for competitive necessarily. We're just going to use this to mostly test the viability of this. I guess we can adjust the ratios later if necessary. I mean, at the time being, I think Doom King is fine at 2. But yeah, with the Ugaris package that we're running alongside this, this should work pretty well. So next we'll need Red Eyes, Zombie Dragon Lord. So we'll grab you. And I think that's mostly what we need, right? I'm not sure. So now that I think about it, we can also use Shooting Riser. So that's nice. So we'll grab Baron, I guess, or Qingying, maybe both, just for the time being to test this out. Both should work. And then Vampire Sucker. And then we'll need Barricade, Borg, Blocker. Okay. So the primary idea behind this deck is we're going to send Doom King and hopefully Banshee if we can. So if we are able to do so, we will have a pretty degenerate loop going on. If you guys don't see it quite yet, I mean, that's fine. Because it's not super obvious, right? So next though, I think we do want like some way to trigger Doom King like somewhat consistently. So is there a generic that we can make? 3, 1. There's no level 5, so we can't use Brass Bombard to make a mortal. But we can still run Immortal, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So preferably we would have Zombie World up, and then we would need... So to round out this deck, all we need, essentially, as far as I can tell here, is just one more way into just any zombie monster that I can somewhat activate without much of an issue. So the most logical option for me here, I think, is maybe Mad Mauler, but the issue with Mauler is that we want to pair Mauler with Chang'Chi, and then Chang'Chi has the difficulty, like, of being banished. That's the primary issue with it, even, like, assuming we're able to somehow get zombies that are worth banishing with Chang'Chi, it's just rough because of that. So, yeah, that's a bit annoying. But for the time being, this is mostly where I want to be still, so we're not, like, too upset about this. So, I guess for the time being, we can just grab some, like, random generics, like Redoer, then access code, and they'll be okay for the time being. And we'll kind of figure out what else we can do, like, later on down the road, right? So we could also put in Apollosa and Curious. But for the time being, this is just what we'll go with. In fact, I guess we should put IP, like, probably, over, like, Redoer, now that I think about it, so let's just do that real quick. And, I mean, we can technically probably fit in Zeus. We just have to optimize the extra deck, which I will be doing in a second, so, yeah. Orcust Zombie World. So I thought about this for a while, and it sounds not very viable, but it should be surprisingly more viable than you guys think. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright guys, so here we are. So we have a hand that should function like alright. Would be nice if I put in a like spider maybe, but we'll see where this goes. So we'll send Harp to start, I guess, and then we'll use this effect. So here we can already make a Baron, which is promising. But let's resolve Tsuchinoko first. And not bad. Okay, so now we'll summon this, and here we would have been able to get pretty close to making Curious. In fact, no, we can make Curious if we had Curious, right? We summon Destrudo. Yeah, that's Curious. Just straight up, right? Oh, alright. So here, though, we'll do the logical thing. We'll target Kyusu here, and this will make Destrudo level 3. So yeah, this is combo. So now we can choose between Shooting Riser or Immortal. So notably, these guys are not the right type, but this will be. So here we could immediately just make Baron. Like if we targeted this Baron with like these two, and we're still able to go into our stuff because of this, right? So pretty cool overall. So yeah. So I guess this is just going to be the line we're going for. So we won't do Immortal this time around. We'll be doing Shooting Riser. So like this. Riser. Riser effect. And now we'll send a card. So we're going to send the level 4 Necroworld Banshee. We cannot activate this turn, which is fine. And then we'll go Heart. So here, this is why we run Barricade Borg. It's just so we will have a way to grab our copy of like Doom King if it gets stuck in hand. We don't want that. Also, noticing maybe Chaos Angel is good here. But I mean, we only have so much extra deck space, so we'll work on this. So, 1, 2, we'll use these guys. We still have the bodies, right? So we're chilling. We'll just do this to put Doom King into the graveyard, which is going to be important for later. So now we can make our copy of Galatea. We'll do Galatea with these two. And then we have our copy of Nightmare. Going to use Nightmare effect here. We'll target Galatea. So now we'll send World Wand. Now we'll want to put a card into the graveyard or two, so both of these will go into the graveyard, so it doesn't matter which one we pick here. Right. And while we're here, we're going to also recycle our World Wand. So we're going to do that. And we're going to actually activate Babel here because it's more entertaining to see. But we could honestly just do Crescendo and that would also be fine. Just either of these are okay here, actually. If it's to show off the interactions, I guess Babel, but I guess the optimal play is Crescendo. So, yeah, I guess we'll just do Crescendo for the time being. Uh, in the next replay, I'll show off Babel, so here we'll do Crescendo. Either one is fine, honestly, not a big deal. So now we'll go Ding. Ding effect. We'll grab Harp, and that's fine. Here we would probably make IP typically. I see, so yeah. We do have IP. Okay. So here we'll just probably make IP, or we'll make Galatea. So I guess we'll do this. This is fine. Okay. So now we have to turn Chain on. And I already misplayed, I realized, because we don't have the thing. Yeah, we weren't supposed to go Crescendo, but yeah, this is a lot of interaction here, so that doesn't do anything. So here, it'll be Standby, and we'll summon back Doom King. So this is actually a misplay because I made Shooting Riser. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, this is fine though. Draw 2, banish 1, sure. Guess we'll Crescendo this, because why not? So here we misplayed, so it doesn't super matter what happens. So I guess I'll show some other stuff. So we'll just need a second here. We'll just negate this so we can get their turn finish faster. That's annoying. Dweller? What? Okay. Nightmare Cerberus. Excuse me, what? Oh, rest in peace, Shooting Riser, I guess. Kinda trolled it, so whatever. So we'll just get rid of this, and we still have follow-up at least with the Orcust stuff, so we're chilling. Danger Bigfoot, that's okay. Oh my god. It's so annoying. Whatever. Snow. Finish the snow, I guess. Should have done this to start. I guess. Whatever. Surely they don't crash with Galatea, right? Okay. They actually played around the Galatea zone. That's actually kind of funny. So we don't need to activate this like ever. So now noticeably we control Galatea and Doom King. So here is the start of the loop. So we're going to activate either Harp or Nightmare is fine. It doesn't super matter which one, I guess. So we'll just do this. This will trigger Doom King. What do you guys think I'm banishing off of Doom King? Banishing Barricade, Board Blocker. Crazy. Now we'll special summon Girsu. Jutsu effect. So, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? I'm seeing a great potential for looping. So here we can do harp as well, or not harp. So we can use this effect. So we'll do it on Doom King, I guess that makes sense. And we still have the negate here. So simple skeleton, sure, that's fine. And then here we can now do this. So if we had Sucker, it would be a little bit better, but now we can put Barricade Board Blocker back into our extra deck. Now we can set a card. So now we can set Babel, for example. And then let's activate Babel. And then we'll do, for example, this. If we had another copy of Banshee, this would be like more interesting, but this is just the general idea, right? So here, now we can do like this, right? Barricade, effect, what we'll discard, simple skeleton, effect here, bring back a guy, and bring back Ding. So the idea is if like last turn, I did this instead, right? If I had Babel instead of Crescendo, I could have done this, so I trolled. So now we can do this, and next turn, we will get our copy of Zombie World back, and Doom King, of course, still comes back anyways. Here, in this case, we have Ash Blossom, so this is, like, pretty, like, advanced stuff, I guess, like, you know, a lot of calculation required. So here, like, let's say we pass, we don't have lethal, whatever. Grab Zombie World back for the next turn, and then we can keep cycling between the two. But we realistically only need to cycle it once, I think, right? So here we'll put back, I guess, Brass Bombard. Sure. Doom King summons back. If our opponent does anything like that we can Ash, then we chain Doom King to banish, and they can't Ash us, of course. So here we're not doing that great, but yeah. This is essentially just lethal anyways, so it doesn't matter. So we only need this up on our opponent's turn. We never need it up for our own turn because why would we, right? This is just to help us like build advantage to an extent, right? So yeah, I guess we'll try to really show it off in the next hand test. So yeah. All right, and here we are, and this hand is good enough, so we don't need this copy of Zephyros, so we'll just get rid of it, I guess. So banishing this, and we'll banish Tsuchinoko, I guess. We don't really need this either. So we'll grab Dark Griffer here. And we'll start with normal summon Kirsu just because I prefer having the token rather than not having it. So let's do that. Send Heart. So this combo, technically all we need is, let's assume we just have these three cards, and instead this is Danger Nessie. We should be able to access the Zombie World part of the deck as well as the Orcust stuff, right? So all we need is just 3 cards, and it should work. So let's do this first. Tokens. I don't think the zone super matter for me. Then we'll Dark Griffer. And here we don't have Nessie, which is sad, but it'll work. So here, let's see. What levels can we adjust to? Yeah, okay, so here we're going to send. Well, it doesn't actually matter, right? I guess Destrudo should work, right? And then this triggers Jackalope to special summon our copy of Tsuchinoko. So here we can't really do Garrus, so whatever, it is what it is. And boom. Now we have the ability to go into Immortal. So we can Immortal to dump the copy of Banshee, or we can do it with Shooting Riser. So we'll once again go with Shooting Riser, and this time we won't mess up. Probably. No promises. So, okay, Shooting Riser will dump Banshee. And this is fine because we don't want to immediately use Banshee anyway, so we're fine, right? And then here, we still have the option to go into Immortal after, but we're just not going to do that, okay? So the rest of this is going to be mostly Link plays. So here, we have enough bodies to just do this, so we're chilling, that is to say. So, okay, Galatea, and Harp, we already activated Girsu, so we can just send special summon Nightmare here. And then we have this. Wait, why didn't I send Nightmare to start? Oh. Because I have no brain. Understandable. Okay, so here, it seems I messed up the sequencing on this because I am dumb. But this should still work. Okay. Ding. Here. Attach one of your banished mercury monsters to this card as material. We're going to make Galtea again anyway, so it's fine. I swear. So, okay, Galtea. Like this. Again. Nightmare. Sequence is weird, but we're okay. Effect. Target this. Now this will be in the graveyard as well. Okay, good. And then we'll grab the field spell by putting back World Wand. So, Babel. Okay. Well, actually, if I have enough advantage here for Nightmare, we don't actually... We could have went Crescendo this time. Well, I guess it's about showcasing the interaction, but okay, whatever. So here, we have this. So right now, we can't do anything with these guys, which is about as expected. So we'll go IP with these two. And they'll be fine. So Doom King only requires a field spell to be special summoned, so we have, of course, Orchestrated Babel, which will work. So we're fine. So here we'll special summon this, and they'll be fine. So we can't activate Doom King effect yet. So we can trigger it like mostly whenever we want with Banshee. So if we were to trigger Banshee right now, we can banish. We can trigger Doom King banish, but that's about it. So here we're just going to wait. One chain. Exactly. So next we're going to do Nightmare. Descend. And we're going to increase attack on one of these guys, so we'll do IP just because. And that's fine. And we can activate this as well, but whatever. Next, we're going to want to Harp. And we can't get Ash during this because Doom King, which is always interesting. So next, we're going to do a special summon. We're going to special summon from our deck Orcust Nightmare. And I guess the extra deck's not optimized right now, which is... It is what it is, I guess, so... Simple Skeleton. So it's not immediately apparent what we can do, but we have a lot of options just sitting around here. So I guess for the time being, we'll put back this extra copy of our Orcust Nightmare for the time being. And we'll set Crescendo, because why not? Cool. We should have crescendoed first, I think, and then we could have waited with this. So this is like a very complicated deck, I guess, so there's that. So here, we can wait for us to activate IP effect first. So we'll see what our opponent does, and I'll show off how many interactions we actually have. So here we're going to start going off. So ding, Girsu. Effective ding. We're not going to attach here. Going to send one. For the time being, send Chupacabra. This is fine. I don't know why they did this, but I don't like it, so we're going to deal with this. So, yeah, okay. So because of what we're currently running, we'll just make Longirsu pretty simple. So, IP 2, Galatea S1, and we still have 2 for this. So, I don't see any point of letting this stay. So we'll just do it. Do it big. Shuffle those back. Send a card. Goodbye, Brow. What next? Nightmare Phoenix. This doesn't matter. Targeting Crescendo is just going to annoy me. That's about it. So this is fine. But it's about time, so let's do it. Big. So Doom King Ballard Rock, and now Doom King is going to be live and have a monster negate on the field. So, like, playing this board optimally is going to be kind of hard, but it is what it is. Okay, so now we have Zombie World. Now we can actually activate Shooting Riser. So the other idea was for us to just activate all of the Orcust stuff that we needed, and then we can just stop, right? It doesn't matter. So now we are going to do this, and this can also trigger Doom King whenever, so that's also worth mentioning. So if I were playing this optimally, I would have activated Zombie World earlier. It's just that I'm not used to playing this deck, obviously, and the idea here is that we don't anymore, like, we no longer require our copy of, well, I guess it's not here, but we didn't require our copy of Symbol Skeleton to bring back our Dingirsu. We could have instead used Red Eye Zombie Dragon. So this actually has layers to it as well, so we'll wait and see what our opponent does here. And they just had the most gas hand ever, so that sucks for us, I guess. Sure. That only runs over Doom King. Doom King comes back. We're fine. That already activated this turn. Ooh, that's annoying. Thunderbird. Miss. 50-50. Let's go. End of main. Attack Doom King. Doesn't matter. Doom King comes back. So we'll wait till end phase, I guess, to do our stuff. What are they doing? Nightmare Cerberus? Who are you targeting? Red Eye Zombie Dragonlord. That is fine. So we're going to do Special Summon Girsu is the best one, so we'll go with that. And now we can do Girsu to send. And we already still have Nightmare here. So we'll do this. And we'll use this effect now to send. We'll go with Harp. Yeah, sure. Why not? And now Doom King will come back. So don't activate Crescendo. That'll lock you. Okay. Crescendo, Graveyard Effect. Not what I would like to do here. Okay, so now we have all these guys, and we're going to actually be able to make just about anything we want, really. But we're mostly going to be Dark Locked, which is interesting. So this is going to send one card from your hand to the graveyard, add this card to your hand, which is fun. So that'll always recycle itself. And we have Barricade to recycle Zombie World. So I believe the optimal ratio, so I sort of misplayed in the sense, was we want 2 Banshee and 2 Zombie World for this to start really recycling them. So can't really do anything about that now, but whatever, I guess. So going to actually, let's see. We're going to start by summoning probably Girsu again. We'll go with that, sure. So we'll do Girsu, I guess. And since this guy is not like actually a big issue, we'll just do this. This can't be destroyed anyways, so that's annoying, but yeah, whatever. We're going to start recycling our Galatea. So we're going to banish Galatea here, and then we're going to send a card. So I guess for the time being, this is fine. And then we still have this effect as well. So effect again, sure. On ding. And then we have this. So next, we're just looking at what we can make here. Okay. So I could technically make Barricade here. So yeah. I guess it's worth showing this off now. So let's go Red Eye Zombie Dragonlord effect. So this banishes on field, but that's fine. This will just make room for stuff later. And that triggers Doom King as well. So that is Red Eye Zombie Dragon effect. So we're going to do that. And now this allows us to return our copy of Galatea and our copy of Girsu. Because we banished our copy of Girsu and Galatea, they're no longer zombies and they're once again machines, so they can be shuffled by Long Girsu. So now they're back in the deck. Send a card to the graveyard. Nightmare Cerberus, sure. And then we'll do like this. And like if our opponent still controlled stuff, we can banish Long Girsu and we can recycle it later with Galatea. So there's like just an absurd amount of recycling, and of course we can Red Eye Zombie Dragon here. Now to special summon our copy of Dingirsu, just kinda like whatever. So if we swap back to the other field spell, the only thing we lose is mostly just the Doom King monster negate. If we have any zombie in the graveyard, just we'll be able to Red Eye Zombie Dragonlord effect to special summon it, right? And that triggers Doom King Banish. So, yeah. That works great. And now lethal. Boom. Easy lethal. Not even close. And we still plays. And our extra deck is not optimized. We could have had like Apollosa as well. Just for example. And we would have been just fine. So we have a perfectly functional deck, and this combo is decently consistent. So I'd say it's a decent list worth like just messing around with, maybe. Well, right now I don't have it optimized. Once it's optimized, it could be a pretty decent deck overall. I mean, yeah. So adjustments can be made. So I don't think you need like both Baron and Changing, but they're just fun to play in general. So for that reason alone, maybe, you know? And if we waited longer before activating some of our Orcust cards, we could have used Shooting Riser to make Baron or like Changing. And then Doom King would have just been the Ash Deflector. That's kind of what he would end up being. That or when Ash Blossom Joe Spring is activated, we'd non-targeting banish a card, and that would be pretty chill as well. So yeah, we're just pretty vibing here for the time being. The primary issue of like the generics that we have to put in this deck is just we want like a higher issue of dark monsters, but I guess we can lower it a little bit. So that's not that bad. But I mean, I think the easiest way to go about this is just to go to 45 cards, and then we can throw in some like easy hand traps that make sense. So Gamma would work, or Imperm. So for the time being, we'll keep it simple and make it 45 like this. So yeah, that rounds out the deck. So The second Dingirsu has not come up yet, but second Dingirsu can come up, so worth keeping just for that. Vampire Sucker, this hasn't come up yet, but that isn't to say it will never come up, I guess. So for the time being, it might be like a cut sucker angle, so like they'll be fine. We'll be fine without that, right? I think you should keep all of these guys for the most part. In Girsu, if it gets banished, you can actually recycle, but it's nice to just have 2 copies of Ding, from what I remember, right? So, what are we missing here? There was an extra deck monster, I think. I don't remember. But Apollosa is pretty decent, I guess, if nothing else, right? Hmm. I guess for the time being, Apollosa might do the job, right? Yeah, Apollosa seems fine. And if we have, of course, worth mentioning, I guess, if we have Dark Grepher in the graveyard and we have Red Eye Zombie Dragonlord, we can always go into our Synchro play still, because Destrudo returns itself to our deck, and we should have the levels to mess around with this a little bit to make whatever we kind of want, right? So I'm pretty sure you can make Baron and Changing on later turns, or just like Immortal Dragon first, I guess. If you Immortal Dragon first, I'm pretty certain that you should be able to, like, with Doom King, make a Baron and then Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign, Changing. The only downside of doing this is it lowers your life points quite a bit, but yeah, you just have a lot of options here, and I appreciate that. Oh, I remember what we were going to put in now, Chaos Angel, right. Then we can just remove Apollosa. Okay, yeah. This looks pretty solid to me, at least. So, yeah. Orcust Zombie World. I know at least one person that can appreciate this deck, so if you are that one person and uh you know who you are, uh yeah, I hope this has made your day. And yeah, I know this was your long-standing dream, so that's all I got for today, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.